This is the new Chelsea front three, RPJ. Let's go, guys. So let's just say the simple fact here. It was a very wonderful match, and I must be sincere, I'm so happy. And even if yes, we didn't actually start the first half properly. Sorry, no, we didn't continue the first half properly. It was a beautiful game. Like right from the goals, the front three, the defense was a bit shaky, but Fulham actually presented that, will I say, challenge that we did need to actually show that yes, we are actually very a serious club right now, because everybody were on it. João Pedro was on it. Palmer was on it. Rogers was on it. Even Rich James, I was looking a bit shaky, was still on it, even though I know that him and Enzo are not the same thing. But at the same time, everybody was on their A game today. Yes, it was 3-2, but it doesn't say the full story. And let me explain why. First things first, this was actually not the strongest lineup, because everybody was actually questioning, where is Palestra? Where is Caicedo? And Xabi Alonso does have some explaining to do. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow's video. But this is the immediate reaction. And for now, we are all still dazed as to where is Caicedo and Palestra. They are one of our most important, if not our most important players for our team and how we play. And they were not available today. So yes, Xabi Alonso does need to explain that. And first things, the first 3 minutes, the goal was scored. We have João Pedro with that beautiful lob. And that, you see the relationships between these guys, they're already forming. That Palmer pass to João Pedro, because he knows that João Pedro will finish it. And João Pedro is making that run because he knows Palmer will make that pass. So these guys are forming very beautiful relationships among themselves. And it's shown in that first goal in the first 3 minutes. And I think somebody should actually look that up, whether it's one of the fastest goals in. But at the 40th minute, Morgan Rogers scored one of the, like I say, the easiest looking goals. But honestly, he had composure to actually score that. And it was still from that same thing. Beautiful play. Like, I couldn't know, I didn't know that Lacroix could move like that. Like, bro is 6'5" and he's moving like he's Lionel Messi. And like, that's the reason why we spent so much money on this guy. Because that chop and drag back, like, I didn't know that he had that in his locker, but he did it. And as a central defender, he was even that high up the pitch in the first place. And that shows that fluidity in this Xabi Alonso team. 1 minute, somebody's standing as the last centre back in the defense. The next minute is performing crazy ass curve turns in the opponent's box. So I want more of that. Like I've always wanted us to be that team that everybody can play everywhere and anybody can be seen anywhere. I hated those rigid systems that we were playing back then. I hated them so much. And it's good that Xabi Alonso is encouraging things like this, because that's why we wanted him and that's why he's even a world-class manager at the end of the day. So yeah, that 40th minute goal by Morgan Rogers was just it. Then in halftime, halftime thoughts honestly were that you knew what we were going to expect from Fulham. We knew that they would want us to play to where they can press us properly. They made us restricted to zones. But the fact is that you can restrict us to zones, but we have good players all across the pitch. I noticed that at some point we were out wide more often, and Palmer could eat them up out wide. Gusto could eat them up out wide. Even Hato at some point was making some very good runs. And I don't know why everybody was actually against Hato playing at left wing back. I mean, he was okay. I mean, there was something very nice that he even did across the second half. And also even in the first half at some point. But like, please, Hato was okay in this match. That's my own personal opinion on this. Then my only issue was that I felt like the two pivots were a bit shaky, because Fulham had a lot of chances from just another 18-yard box. The center of in the middle of the box, they had nothing. I mean, Lacroix, Colwell, and Achepong were just on it today. But I feel like James and Lavia, they don't play as much together, but they do need to do better, from my own personal opinion on this thing. I really do want us to find a way to start introducing Enzo as quick as possible into that pivot. Because even when Enzo came, things started ticking better. So yeah, in the second half, the 48 minutes, João Pedro and Palmer, like, I have a video coming up on João Pedro, yeah, and I really want you guys to watch it, because I can't explain how good this guy is with just these few seconds. I'm going to talk about this in this reaction. He started that run from first side of the pitch. he still timed it while on that line. Like, this guy played number 10, but he plays striker better than any striker I've seen in the league apart from Haaland. Like, he's actually the second best striker in the league. I'm saying it now. My full chest. You heard it here first. João Pedro held that ball for so long and with so much menace that the defender didn't even notice when Palmer was making that run behind him. And all of a sudden, Palmer is just has the whole goal to himself. And you know what Palmer can do when he has the whole goal to himself. So, like, that goal was beautiful. From João Pedro's run to even the finish, because the composure on Palmer to actually finish that is something else. And Palmer is coming back this season. He is coming back because what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing like, yeah, Palmer had 2 assists and 1 goal. No, sorry, 1 goal and 1 assist. That's typical Palmer numbers. And if he continues towards the end of the season, we're going to see that Palmer that we saw 2 seasons ago. That is making him, to, in my own opinion, look underrated currently. Then, not just that, to the 50th minute, that's when Hato now made that run I want to talk about. João Hato, last season was not the same player he is this season. And it shows because, yes, he's not looking like the finished product. He's not as good as Cucurella, but he offers something different from Cucurella and can still do what Cucurella does with time. That guy was making runs and dribbles that you wouldn't expect from a centre-back or someone that plays centre-back too. He's very nimble for someone of his height, and he showed that. And fast too, because that run was actually basically 1-on-1 with the keeper. And I feel like the older he gets, the better he will do those kind of situations. So, of course, in the 54th minutes, Fulham scored their second goal. And I must be sincere. Yes, Sanchez can make the save, but does his decision-making make sense sometimes? How? That's like the most schoolboy kind of mistake. Like, you're a keeper, when the ball is shot at you, you don't parry it back into the center because somebody will hit it back at you. Again, it hit it to the side, and it was so messed up because I felt like Pendas wouldn't have made that kind of mistake. I'm sorry to say that. I don't know that I'm putting too much pressure on the kid, but I really do want us to try introducing Pendas into this team more than Sanchez. No hate on Sanchez anyway. Then at the 64th minute, we saw Enzo and Chavaria come on, and Enzo is just different gravy. I mean, I'm tired of waxing really lyrical about this guy, but I do feel like we need to forgive him for everything he has done so far and just let him play for us again, and we'll forgive him. The rest of you finally forgive him. For my own opinion, please, let's forgive Enzo. I've forgiven Enzo. Then in the 67th minute, I just saw that Lacroix really grew into the game. He's the kind of player that actually allow him to like get used to the team before he starts giving you those goods, because this guy was Fulham didn't see any way they could actually like keep on countering us because Lacroix was that defensively secure 1-on-1. Like the defender, the striker is pinning him. I mean, you're not getting past him. Like you're not gonna get past him, and he'll still get that ball and still use his composure. And like he's the first composed physical monster that I've seen in a while. Like that's how good he is. Then Ronaldo actually came on and showed why I actually really wanted this guy to start this match. Neto is actually the hardest winger to go up against because he's as stubborn as a defender, but I would say he's as good as an attacker, but like he is still technically sound for someone that's rugged. Like this guy is very like half my height, but I'm sure that if I go up against him, he's gonna make me look so small because he's that physically sound as a winger. And the more we play him, the more we will actually see this all together. So, as I always say, the full-time thought is just simple. This is the new Chelsea front three, RPJ. RPJ. I'm still going to look for a better way of saying it, but like or Junior P, JRP. I don't know. But let us look for a very good mnemonic for this because this is the front three that's going to make Chelsea trend this season. And at the end of the day, please let us just give Xabi Alonso more time. I know there were 2 goals scored, but he will get better. And Chelsea will also grow with him as he is getting better. And he's not even like as if he's at the peak of what he can take this Chelsea team to. Like I can literally say that the Chelsea team can still get better than this. You heard it here first. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let the algorithm go through us. Remember, drink more water. The doctor talks football. Cheers.